Hello, welcome to the Fifth Down Huddle. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram at Fifth Down Huddle for constant NFL news updates, analysis, and just extra miscellaneous things that I know football fans like because I am one myself. But yeah, let's get into the video. Let's huddle up. So the question that I'm kind of focusing on in this video is, will the XFL succeed? And kind of a sub-question to that is, do I believe in the XFL? Do I personally think that the XFL is going to succeed? Would I invest in the XFL? If my agent said, hey, the XFL, you can sign a contract here, drop whatever you're doing right now, do you want to join the XFL? That's kind of the question. Like, would I say yes to that? Would I go all in on the XFL? So the first thing to look at is the American, the AAF, I think it was, the spring league from last year, the year before. They failed miserably. I mean, the football was good. I watched the games. It was interesting. It wasn't as good as NFL football because players weren't as skilled, but it was still fun to watch. And it was fun to watch. It wasn't better than the NFL, but it was kind of cool, to have an extra league to kind of go into and just be like, oh, hey, here's something to watch. There's no football on right now. Why not just watch some football? And that was fun. But there were a lot of mistakes they made that I didn't realize they made these mistakes until I've seen what the XFL is doing. And a lot of those things I want to talk about today. Now, thinking about the XFL, their first games are this weekend. 4 games, each and every game is on TV, which is nice. It's kind of a bump up from the NFL in that category because it means no matter what team you like, you'll find them on TV or at least online live streams. But yeah, the AAF failed due to financial struggles. They failed because they didn't have enough money, and that was their fault. They did not have money set for longevity. The Alliance of American Football did not have money. So they failed. And they had good players. They had skillful players that could make the game interesting. They had good ideas, but they didn't have any money. That was the problem. Now, not only along with that, but they didn't have very good ratings either. And one of the reasons for that, which the XFL is doing, I'll get to later, but for now let's stick with the financial side. The XFL has sold hundreds of millions in stocks. And I heard this from a player who is actually set to play in the XFL. He did an interview with Zach Schaumler on Strong Opinion Sports. You can go check him out on YouTube or Spotify. But it was a really interesting interview. The player talked about how the XFL, they have longevity in terms of financial, in terms of their financial situation, which basically means that they don't have to go off on a fiery start in order to even maintain themselves financially. They have the ability to have an average season and then get better next year and continue to get better in the future. They don't need to make a ton of profit this year. And another thing, which I kind of jump back to here, well, let's stay on this for a second. The longevity part, it makes it so that if the XFL, if there are a lot of bad things about it, like bad play, bad rules, just anything really bad about it, they have time to fix it. The problem with the AAF and their idea of living off of the income they made during the season was the fact that unless it went well, there's no comeback from that. There's no safety net where you could have a little bit of time to fix things before you have to file bankruptcy and call it. And that's why they had to call it so quickly, because obviously it wasn't perfect. They didn't advertise perfectly, and that kind of segues into my next point, which is the XFL is doing great with advertising. They really are. I don't even follow the XFL main page, and I've still seen a lot about their new rules, and their new rules are interesting. The double forward pass, the new kickoff, the new, there's no onside. I think it's a 4th and long. the 1, 2, and 3 point afterwards. You get 9 points on a single score, which is great for comebacks. I mean, there's just a lot of cool rules that I don't know if they're going to be great, but it's going to be fun to see them played out, and that kind of gives me an incentive to watch. So I'm definitely going to be tuning into a couple of the games this weekend, maybe not every single one, but as many as I can, because I am generally interested by these rule changes from the NFL to the XFL. And yeah, the rules are interesting, and their advertising is good. I already have an idea of what team I want to follow. I won't reveal that now. I'll make another video on it before the end of the week about the team that I'm going to be following. And I won't switch my channel over to an XFL channel. I'll still talk mainly football, but every once in a while I'll talk about the XFL and what's going on there. Because I believe in it, and I figure if I do believe in it, I should at least try a little bit to help. And one way to do that is to kind of get the community involved in what it actually is all about. So another thing that's great about the XFL is that it only has 8 teams. And when I was thinking about the AAF in the first place, I kind of felt like this stress to, I love football if I know what's going on. And I do know what's going on in the NFL. That's why I love it so much. You know, I see a player and I'm like, oh, that's who he is. He's this good. He's been this good. His expectations are this. Will he do this because he's supposed to do My point is that I understand what's going on. I understand what's supposed to happen, what can happen, and what might happen, and what's bad, what's good, and what's expected. And in the AAF, I was a little worried because I was like, I don't know any of these players, you know. But now in the XFL, I'm going to look into that a bit more. And as I've made this video and as I'm thinking about it more, I've kind of had some XFL sources out here ready for me. I have chosen who I'm going to root for. I know that's a little premature, but I figured I'd choose a team in the New England area just as a place to stick it off of. I don't want to be a bandwagon, you know. I want to start with a team before they even start playing so that if they're bad, I have to keep rooting for them. And if they're good, I get to root for them, and I get to say, hey, I've been a fan of this team all along. And it would actually be interesting to root for a team that wasn't, say, at the top tier. Because the thing is that I've been a Patriots fan my entire life. My entire life, the Patriots have been Super Bowl contenders, and usually in the top 5 of most likely to win the Super Bowl, even in the offseason. So it's like I haven't really experienced yet what it's like to be a fan of a team that is rebuilding, a team that needs to find their way, you know, that doesn't have a good coach, that doesn't have a good quarterback. And it can be really frustrating from a fan perspective to see your team not succeed, whether it be from a coaching perspective or a quarterback perspective, either one. I can't imagine being a Browns fan because I haven't experienced anything near that. There's a lot of teams that haven't won a Super Bowl. I've seen the Patriots win 6. Now, I am really, really lucky that I grew up in the New England area. And that was just struck a chord of luck there. That I became a New England Patriots fan when I did. But yeah, I love the Patriots, and I am a little biased. I try to stay completely unbiased when I talk about the Patriots, but I will admit there's times where I get a bit biased. But my goal is that when I'm recording videos, completely unbiased, and I promise you guys I will stay that way. But yeah, trust me, I'm not the type of guy to go on Tom Brady's Instagram page and fight against all the "you kiss your kids" and all the your old comments. I'm not an Instagram fighter guy. I'm not even a real person. If someone hates the Patriots, well, I understand it. They win all the time. They beat your team. That's got to suck. If I was a Patriots fan and the 49ers beat my team twice a year, or was the reason my team could never get to the Super Bowl, yeah, I'd be PO'd. I would hate them. I'd be like, can we just stop seeing them? And especially if you're a fan of just the NFL in general, which I am, but the fact that I'm a Patriots fan makes it exciting for me, even when the Patriots are in the Super Bowl for the 4th year in a row. But for other NFL fans, I can see how it's very disappointing. But anyways, back to the point. I think the XFL will succeed. I know that's a big accusation, but I think they will. I I think the XFL will Succeed. We'll see this weekend. If they are as good as they say, it'll have to develop a bit more, but I'm going to try to watch as many games as I can. I won't be able to watch the whole of the first game as I have my ACT test on Saturday, but I will be able to watch the other 3 games. And as a New York Guardians fan, I'm excited for that Sunday game. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be dropping a video on New York Guardians quarterback Luis Perez. I don't know if that's exactly pronounced. It might be Luis Perez or Luis Perez. But anyways, I'll drop that and I'll talk about the XFL games and what I thought about it on Monday. I'm dropping another video tomorrow in which I'm going to be talking about, let me check the planner here. I'm going to be talking about the overtime rules in the NFL. You know, the kind of the fact of both teams only get the ball once. So when Tom Brady went down to score and Mahomes never touched the ball, sparked a lot of outrage. And I understand that. I will come at it from a completely unbiased perspective. Trust me, the Patriots have also been a victim of that, what seems like unfair rule at first. But anyways, check in for that video and check in for the XFL video on Monday. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.